just east of Hickory. I'm going to zoom in a little bit tighter, give you a better idea as to where we're looking at. As far as the heaviest winds, Viewmont, St. Stephen's area, you can see Tate Boulevard, Fairgrove, Conover Boulevard West, Highway 476. And then as you work your way to the south, through Milton Street, Startown, Highway 10, and then as you work your way down on toward the Lincoln County line. So again, the tornado warning is up until 4:15 for this entire line, but it was not far from Maiden where we saw the potential anyway for some rotation. There it is again, and I'm going to take the tornado warning off, and we just got a radar update, as you can see. Still seeing signs of rotation, but again, our software not detecting anything reaching the ground. This is a radar indicated tornado, but at the very least, damaging wind is certainly possible.
All right, got the tornado warning, so let's see what happens. When I was a kid, I used to hang out with my dad. We had, up in Ohio, we had tornado warnings, so we would stand outside and watch and stuff. So, now that I'm recording stuff, I'm gonna record this one. Judging by the radar, the storm path for where we live is that the rotating part would be like right out that way. So at least from what I saw on the radar, we're not in a direct path, but it has been really windy today, and now it's not windy, which is creepy. So let's see what happens. That's a big, I don't know if you can see, that's totally white coming in. So since we started the farm, we've had 2 hurricanes, a foot of snow and a snowstorm, and 2 ice storms, some super windy days, and now tornado warning. This is some serious rain. The wind was so strong earlier, it actually ripped that part of the door out. I just fixed that, so let's see. Not much rain right now, but back this way, it's super dark up there, but pretty light where we are, and it seems darker over there too, so. I left this tunnel cracked like an idiot. I gotta shut it all the way so no wind like sucks up in here and does any damage. Well, judging by this, it just passed, so we must be in the clear then, I guess. Yeah, so much for that. You can see the line there. Clearing out. everything survived just fine, but there's a few kind of things that you gotta deal with here, with things like the heavy rain and the wind. So just to bring some of that up, the walkways, everything here is on a little bit of a slope because I don't want any water staying and sticking around. I think it's better to have it run off a little bit, and it's than rather have it stick around. But the walkways, I'm eventually going to put leaf compost down in there when I get it, so it won't run off and create a divot and all those things. It will act more of like a sponge, and then I can turn around and then repile the broken down leaf compost back into the beds faster than wood chips. And I don't have to worry about stealing a bunch of nitrogen with the leaf compost. Another thing is you can see this string came off the end of the tunnel here because the end pooled up with water. So now this whole end is bowed, and now this string is no longer tight here on the end, and it kind of loosens everything. So now I pretty much kind of have to go back and mess with every one of these poles and retighten it, and I got to reset this pole back, take the water off, and so since the weight of the water right here pulls this forward, it also pulls some plastic out of the T-post. So I got to reset all the plastic, and it was sunny this morning, so we were gonna go to Justin's to do work today, but with the sun coming out and then it being cloudy and super windy still, it makes it really hard to keep the temperature in the tunnel stable. So I'm just gonna go Monday when this weather is gonna be more stable. And yeah, so that's kind of the thing you play around with these tunnels in the springtime. I mean, that's the way it is. Super heavy rain. Last night it rained like extremely hard, like the hardest I've ever seen it rain here. So yeah, that's a little bit of a shorter video, but it is it goes along with this year starting our market garden, and it is info and trying to give insight into this stuff. And we're gonna do some planting today, a lot of cultivating, because tomorrow's Easter. We're going to our cousins, and try and get caught up. Couldn't do anything yesterday because it stormed most of the day. You also have to worry about hail damaging the foliage and not, making things unsellable. And then also the heavy winds breaking tomato plants, cucumbers, vining plants. But that's the way it is. Even snow too. I mean, it snowed here over the winter, and we had these beds over here had over a foot of snow on them. You had to come out here and broom off the tunnels like 3 or 4 or 5 times. It was a little bit of extra work, but we were able to have things growing all winter. It's a bit of a shorter video, but yeah, I hope that gives some insight to some people. So thanks for watching.